Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So I'm Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin, as you can see, very nicely rejected at basically our resistance midpoint of this range. Came back tested the support. And it did indeed act as support, bounce price back up. We'll just extend this midpoint line along, and as you can see, we are making a beeline for this resistance level again. Obviously we had our shorter term forward check, back check, and then ultimately didn't get too far away from the top, but now we're looking like we're getting a bit more of a sustained, a bit more of a longer time frame basically move to the middle, to the back check, and then are we now going to break through this 55,000 resistance and have a proper test of the around 58,000 area? That could be what we've got on the cards. Obviously we could get rejected again, but as you know, the more we tested it pretty sternly here, back tested support, and if we get back up here and test it again, you'd have to give it a good shot of a good chance of breaking up into the top half of this range, and then obviously having a go at 58,000. So not looking too bad there, looking relatively constructive. Are we going to form a somewhat of a badly drawn inverted head and shoulders potentially, and that would basically give us a target of into basically nearly our not far off our all-time highs, our recent highs. So not too much else to look at Bitcoin there. As you can see, trading nicely between the levels. Ethereum, Bitcoin are looking good again. Obviously we got this level that we were gunning for, but ran into the 4-hour 9. A bit of sideways to down off this 4-hour 9, but overall, I mean, it's just looking great, isn't it? I mean, it's just looking great. When I was talking about it down here, that if we get back above this horizontal resistance, get back into this channel, then we are looking at a 60% move against the price of Bitcoin to try and test the top of the channel. We are looking ever increasingly like that will be the case, which is good to see, because this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I wanted this basically to go up against Bitcoin and Ethereum to go up generally, and USD as well. I'd rather it was going up in USD and going up against Bitcoin rather than like Bitcoin tanking and Ethereum not moving and this going up. But you guys know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, this is looking good. Not too much to look at here. I mean, we've got this level, this target, maybe front run a bit, but maybe it's just if we look where this level comes from. If we can, so yeah, if you look where this level comes from, it comes from a long time ago, a long time ago in a galaxy far away. It comes from May 2018. So how efficacious it will actually be, who knows? We will draw a couple more roughly important levels in, and you can see I've not zoomed in too much, and obviously we've done it not on a wick basis there, but just so we've got something else to look at target wise going forwards. And these are clearly going to be way up here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. There's well, look at it, guys. So I mean, these will be relevant targets if we do actually get to the top of this channel and break out the top of the channel. And yeah, I mean, if we want to look how far away these are from price action at present, we are looking at about another 70% to the first one, and then 120% to the second one. And if we actually look at it from, say, we get to the horizontal, the first one is about a 35% extra move, and then about a 75% extra move, we'll call it. So they are some pretty pretty fantastic moves potentially on the cards to hit these levels if we do get to the top of here and we do break out the top side of this channel. If we have a look at how far we move down once we break out the bottom side of this channel, just I guess we broke it down from this point here. We did make a move about 30% below. But remember, this was not to be sustained, and then this was the downward price action was not with the overall direction of the longer term trend. So clearly we could expect obviously an overperformance to hit some of these levels if we get above. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and talk about crazy. But this will basically this will equal 8,000, 8 to 10,000 Ethereum, 10,000. I've noticed people touting around now. We've got that bidding war. Who can go higher? Who can have the most higher crazy predictions? So yeah, but either way, 8K AOY is what I've been saying for a while. But then I've also said that predictions in crypto are very difficult. You can often massively overshoot them, even though you think at the time you're making a big call. But anyway, so let's have a look at that USD pairing. How is Ethereum US looking against those dirty fiat Federal Reserve notes? So yeah, looking good here, guys. I mean, nothing bearish about this. It's just looking good, isn't it? Looking good. Like I've said, this 2800 is about a level of resistance. It's not actually drawn in, but I suspect we've got I suspect we will maybe come and test into the 3Ks to the 3K before maybe testing some more sideways to down, but we shall see. It just seems like a nice number to shoot for, a nice round number, the round number effect. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Bitcoin dominance, just look at it, guys. Anyone that told you things don't go down in a straight line forever obviously lied to you, because they clearly do. Well, they clearly do at this point anyway for this asset. But you can see we are very much outside the realms of this downward trend line now. So we are in effect in free fall. And we have no real targets up until this zone here. So I mean, realistically, this equals the $8,000 Ethereum as well, providing we're still in this sideways to upward market for Bitcoin. Well, we're in an upward market, but providing we're either in a sideways or upward market, I think this potentially gets us to around the 8K Ethereum. We're going to keep saying 8K Ethereum until it happens. If we deserve it, then the universe will serve it. If we keep, we can visualize it into existence with the yeah. Anyway, so let's also look at that 10-year. 10-year, as we can see, we're on a daily here. We'll go to a 4-hour 10-year. Looking like it could be stalling out here. Is it gonna come back down and start to test lower? Obviously broke above this trend line, so got a nice forward check, back check, and pay check. And now are we done and dusted? Are we coming back down? We shall see. DXY, just more bearish action here. I mean, you can see the overall nature of this chart. It's very rudimental, but you can kind of see how it is coming down. We are coming into this level here, potentially front run a bit horizontal. Lots of previous price action support, VP volume per volume range support here. So, but once we get through this, we should be out for the count, heading down to those fabled two fat ladies, the 88s, and then just who knows where. But that's this is clearly looking it's looking bearish overall and fundamentally as well. So we shall see what kind of a boost that can give our good old Bitcoins and Ethereums. Stock market is looking good. I mean, even if we just trade sideways and consolidate above this 1.618, I mean, this will look good, and it's generally all good at the moment. At the end of the day, we are living in unprecedented money printing times, and they can't take the foot off the gas now. There is going to be no incentive for any politician or central banker to take the foot off the gas until literally just the car crashes, because we're too far gone now. So at some point we'll probably have some great debacle, but do not underestimate how long they can keep these things going for. Because these things have been kept going for a lot longer than all of us have been trading, put it that way. So yeah, just crazy markets, crazy times. At some point, gold and silver are going to catch a nice move, but as you can see, they are getting manipulated down by those evil manipulators. Those evil manipulators are probably all the people putting money into crypto instead. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if we are going to have a finance 2.0 to replace the self-destructive finance 1.0, it's not really going to be gold, regardless of what Peter Schiff says. It's going to be some sort of cryptocurrency based thing. So that's just that. I mean, if we can't rely on the keepers of finance 1.0 to stay honest, you can't rely on any keepers of piles and piles of these precious metals to keep anyone honest. I mean, there's all the rumors anyway that all the gold is either hollowed out at Fort Knox or isn't even there. So who knows what's going on with that anyway. I mean, you just know these elites, these people with their hands in the cookie jar, are going to be doing whatever they want, because that's just we're all humans at the end of the day. Basically, if we can do dodgy stuff for our own benefit and get away with it, then that is what we are programmed to do, because we are not infallible beings. So there you go. Anyway, we went a bit deep there, didn't we? So let's finally have a look at the stochastics for Bitcoin, and then we will finish this video. So yeah, 4 hour turning up from a deep level. So now we've had this is what we call a bullish reset. A bullish reset, as you can see, and we now got nice deep 4 hour stochastic read, which we weren't. We were quite high in the 4 hour stochastic here. We are now at roughly the same level with lots of room to run. So that is what you call a bullish reset. And if that 4 hour gets going, it's gonna give us a good chance of busting through this 55k resistance. 10 hour also, just don't ask me why this takes ages, but 10 hour did get overextended, but as you can see now is turning back up and staying up in this bullish zone. This is a similar read to what we can get. We can hold price action up in these, well, hold this stochastic, it's not a price, but this action up at these levels. 12 hour sort of stalling out a bit, but now we look to the important ones now for this for the next big move to bust us through. But yeah, so you can see daily still coming upwards, 2 day looking to turn up, 3 days still coming down. So whilst we have still got bifurcation in them all, we are starting to get more of a bullish bias. So and then if we do stay here, we do have some 4As up above the 55k. We do get into this zone. Some of these larger time frames are gonna get going, and they are gonna give us a seriously good chance of breaking above 58.5k. And then once we do that, we're full bull run again, basically, going basically deep into the 60k, 70ks, and beyond. So there we go, guys. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you all had a fantastic week. Thank you for listening. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.